Good morning, friends and colleagues, sisters and brothers. As Vice Chair of the California Latino Legislative Caucus, I have the great honor this morning of introducing our icon, Dolores Huerta. She is known to most of us in the way that she started as a regular community organizer and decided to devote her life to the conditions, particularly of farm workers, of poor people, but then grew to embrace so many other issues in our community. There are too many achievements and successes for me to name. But as was said this morning in prayer, reference to Dolores was made about her conviction and her commitment to nonviolence. While on the west coast of the country, nonviolence was something that we learned from Dolores and from Cesar and the farm worker movement, and they were beginning to make those connections with the civil rights movement and the nonviolent movement of Dr. Martin Luther King. At 89 years young, yesterday was her birthday, Dolores continues to work tirelessly, developing leaders and advocating for the poor, for women's issues, and for children. Again, she was a co-founder of the United Farm Workers Union. Later, she founded the Dolores Huerta Foundation. She travels all around the country, engaging in supporting legislation, in campaigns, no matter what the issue, environmental issue, women's issues, she's there, no matter where she is needed. She has a lifetime work of legislation. Last year, this legislature established April 10th as Dolores Huerta Day. And just as a little reminder, we're going to have a reception for her, Latino Caucus and Women's Caucus at 10 o'clock this morning. I just want to say finally before ending, in 2012, President Obama bestowed upon Dolores his the most prestigious award in the nation for a civilian, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Again, the highest civilian award in this country. Joining Dolores today in the back of the chamber in the gallery are many of her family members and students who are benefiting from the Dolores Huerta Foundation Youth and Family Civic Engagement Initiative. And I just want to say on a personal note, as I've grown in the movement or tried to learn from the movement, there's nobody that was more staunchly at my side with advice, whether it was personal, whether it was to scold me, whether it was to lift me up. She was always there and has always been there. And she's responsible for recruiting my husband when he was 18 years old and saying, I need you to go for a couple of months to work on the boycott. And he said, okay, but he ended up being sent to Canada, freezing weather, from Dinuba, California, and becoming an extraordinary labor leader in his lifetime. So, sisters and brothers, please join me in welcoming Dolores Huerta to this legislature.
Welcome to your California State Senate.